I can't imagine the day that I'm not totally disgusted by a man. Genuinely, every single man disgusts me. A man that comes up to me on the street, a man that looks at me, any man in the entire vicinity. I don't even look up to see who's hitting on me. I don't even look up. I don't give a what they look like. It's just a, no, ew.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Men Only titled When Women Over 35 Finally Realize the Friend-Zoned Guys Have Moved On. So this is a strategy that a lot of women employ. You know, what they do is they screw around until they're like 30, 35. They want to have kids, even though it's dangerous, mind you. And they screw around this entire time, hoping that the guys that they friend zone, the guys that they're not actually attracted to, will just stick around this entire time, only to be their life support cushion when they reach 35. And of course, this is a completely terrible deal for men who walk away. And of course, these women are the ones who end up suffering. It's very funny, guys, very hilarious. Let's get into it.
The New York Times just posted this article, Men, Where Have You Gone? Please come back. So a lot of these articles are coming up where female journalists, specifically single female journalists, make a lot of articles and talk about how men are disappearing from the dating world, and I wonder what the causes can be. Could it be this manosphere, red pill, access to pornography? And like, even though those things could do and have had a play in it, a lot of it is, for the past, especially the past decade and a half, women have been telling men to not interact with them.
The blaming of the red pill communities is just such a lame cop-out. Men join these communities because they've been forced out of every other male-centered space. What did they think was going to happen after years of mistreatment?
To leave them alone, especially on an intimate level. Women have been calling men's intimacy useless to them. Well, as a side effect of that, men have been leaving women alone a lot and not interacting with them on intimate levels or seeking out relationships. So a lot of the women who say women don't complain about the loneliness epidemic, no, they write entire articles about how men stop dating women and it's sad to see, and they miss men reaching out and wanting to date them and be intimate and have those relationships, which is just a way wider spread of complaining about being lonely.
It's a little difficult to ask men to come back and start dating again when these women made that completely impossible. It's going to take a lot more than, oh, I'm sorry, I miss you, please come back. It doesn't work that way.
It's time for women to take accountability for how terrible the dating pool is. We started taking advice from hoes. Not the old school hoes either that was on Backpage and Craigslist. Hoes that get online showing their full face, their full government is on their page, and they're telling whole stories, but they're not telling the whole story. So now women think that they man and they trick is supposed to act the same. Tricks and boyfriends, they supposed to pay rent and buy bags and buy shoes and take you out to eat 4 times a week, and it's never gonna fucking happen. Boyfriends usually ain't got no money.
It's one thing to have some standards when it comes to dating men, but it's completely different when modern women demanded that men give up everything to be with them. Men walking away was inevitable.
Tricks usually have money because they're emotionally unavailable and probably just terrible people who are only looking for power and control over a woman's body. But y'all want to take advice from these women. Y'all, now look, now men think they can buy pussy. Now when you looking for love, you go on a date, you shocked that the man think he paying for pussy by buying you filet mignon and some risotto.
It's worse than that. Men must buy a woman a bunch of random crap every date for at least 3 months before a woman will consider intimacy with a man. And if he brings it up, then he's the one who's being entitled.
Yeah, we did that. We were a part of the problem. All these BBLs and stuff, y'all don't think that got something to do with how sex work and normal love life have somehow become intermingled and stuck together forever in a way that's irreparable? I'm just a bitch who smoke weed. Don't ask me nothing.
Modern women take dating advice from other women because they tell these women exactly what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. That's why a modern woman will never take dating advice from a man.
I went to check my Instagram, and this guy I kind of chat with sometimes at the gym messaged me, and he was like, oh, you know, next week we should do something. Like, yeah, like we should hang out. And I was like, oh, like a date? And he was like, no, like just like a chill hang to get to know each other. Sir. So I responded by saying, I like dates. I haven't heard back from him yet. Probably never will.
Even when a dude shoots his shot, he has to go through this crap. This woman is clearly not getting asked out much, and she shot herself in the foot by acting like a complete brat. Good thing the guy saw that. He would be in a world of hurt if he didn't.
I just went to Costco and I did a Trader Joe's haul, and I just have literally been surrounded by the nicest people today. Like asking how you're doing and actually like listening, giving a fuck. And we just have, like, everyone I've come across today, we just had, like, really good conversations. Like, I was just talking to the Trader Joe's guy, and I know this is, like, part of their whole shtick, you know? Like, they're supposed to, that's, like, what they're supposed to do. Like, ask you about your day and where you're coming from and what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. But we were just, like, having a nice conversation about pairing red wines with meats and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's really intimidating. I'm like, it is.
She used the phrase blah, blah, blah way too many times. It really does show where her head's at when it comes to communication. It's just a fast track so that she can get to the part where she talks about herself. It's her favorite subject, after all.
I used to work in a restaurant and I had to know all this shit, blah, blah, blah. And then at Costco, he was just asking me, he's like, oh my God, how do you like this product and blah, blah, blah. What are you planning on doing with this? The other guy was like, oh my God, this is all really, really healthy. I'm like, I'm trying. And then the guy that was scanning, he was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I have to change out the printer paper. And I'm like, you do your thing, buddy.
What she's describing are not conversations. It's idle chit-chat between an employee and a customer. But for some reason, the fact that they stopped to talk to her is somehow worthy of a TikTok rant.
So I'm sorry this is taking long. I'm like, I do not care. I am chilling. I am enjoying your presence at Costco. The dude that checked out my receipt at Costco. Like, I'm having a ball. I'm honestly having a great fucking time. Thank you. Come right to Trader Joe's, same thing. Someone's like, are you finding everything okay? I'm like, I am finding everything. Maybe too much. But I just, you know, there's always one person that pisses me off in the day, and no one's pissed me off today. I'm so happy. This is crazy.
Imagine being so bored and lonely that talking with shop employees is somehow the highlight of her day. And even though she's so happy, we already know that she's going to look for that one person who is going to ruin her day.
I went on a date with this guy 4 or 5 years ago, and he just got posted in one of those Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups, and I'm fucking dying at the comments and the tea in the comment section of this group because it's fucking insane. When I went out with this guy, he catfished me with photos of his brother. Like, we were texting and talking. I was like scrolling through his dating profile. I was like, oh, he looks kind of cute. Like, he was awkward to talk to. But like, it's generally pretty awkward, like talking to somebody like leading up to a date most of the time until you like meet them. So we decided to go on a mini golf and like dinner date. So we go get dinner and he shows up and I'm like, you are not the guy.
Catfishing online is dumb. There's no point to it. Besides, modern women have already made it clear that catfishing people on the dating apps is something that is strictly for women. It's different when they do it, obviously.
That is in your photos. Like, you look like him, but that is not you. But I'm like feeling kind of bad for him. He's just kind of like awkward and weird. So I'm like, whatever, we'll just like keep going with this date. So we go to dinner, we end up going to mini golf, and he just will not shut the fuck up about his brother. So later on I realized like, oh, the photos on his profile are of his brother, not of him. And then I get home and he texts me some like weird sexual shit, just like run-of-the-mill gross sexual stuff. And I was like, I'm not interested. Best of luck to you. Like, goodbye. And he texted me a few more times and I just never responded to him, but like that was basically it.
She's never going to find a good guy on the dating applications because the good men oftentimes ditched them a long time ago. All that's left are chads, simps, and perverts, and it's fairly obvious to all of us, and yet she's still shocked that that is the case.
And so he got posted in this group and girls are commenting their experiences with him. And I say like, oh, he catfished me with pictures of his brother. He was weird and awkward, whatever. Like said some run-of-the-mill like gross sexual stuff, but like that was pretty much it. And I'm reading through the other girls' comments, and the other girls are talking about how he still only takes girls out on mini golf dates because that's his only fucking move apparently. But then he asks if he can pee on them afterwards. Like, bro, you can't fucking lead with that. That's not first date material. You gotta ease into that shit.
The Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook group is pretty much just the T app. These women post photos of themselves, they brag about their lives, and they bash men relentlessly.
You gotta go on like a specialty kink app for that kind of thing. You can't just be throwing that shit around on Hinge and Bumble. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You go from let's get dinner and mini golf to can I pee on you or will you pee on me? And one girl even posted screenshots. She posted screenshots of shit that he was saying, making jokes about how he loves to pee on things. And I don't know what to do with this information. And I'm so fucking glad he did not text me that shit because I think I would have fully crashed out because
it's kind of weird how these women have no problem posting screenshots of private text messages on these public groups. What this guy did was weird, but it's still no excuse to be posting that stuff without his knowledge.
What do you do when someone is like, hey, let's go to dinner and mini golf and can I piss on you afterwards? Obviously, what, like, I don't want to kink shame. If you're two consenting adults, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But bro, you cannot fucking lead with that.
Her video was a massive rant about some dude that she saw once 5 years ago, and the only reason why she's posted that video is because some other person brought him up in a Facebook doxing group. Let that sink in for a minute.
I'm going to tell you something most of you don't know about men. When they're in their 50s and they've been married and they're dating, it's the worst era. And sadly but truly, I've been through every era of men, and this is the age where they like to breadcrumb. They want pen pals because they've got their careers, they've got their sports cars, they've got their money, they've got their ex-wives, their kids, they're busy. They want to date, they want to get laid.
Men in their 50s who are dating have worked hard for most of their lives. They want to enjoy life and maybe have some fun with an attractive woman. And apparently that's wrong because they have self-respect and can't be controlled by selfish women.
But what they don't want to do is connect and communicate because they've somehow lost that skill in all the years of being married and just dealing with kids and sports and transacting and vacations and climbing in the corporate ladder. They haven't had to do much because the women handled a lot of the stuff at home, so they haven't had to deal with the emotional connection. So these guys, and I literally have like 10 examples I was showing my friend, like they'll reach out as if they're madly in love with you, and then you respond normally, just like, yep, thanks, doing great, how are you?
A man like that has gone through some stuff to get where he is. If he's divorced, then there's a reason behind it, and it's not because his wife was doing all of the work for him, I guarantee you that. It's usually actually quite the opposite.
And then they dissolve until the next time they just want to surface. They are looking for adult pen pals that perhaps they could sleep with, and I literally sent someone a text saying this communications, this breadcrumb communication style doesn't work for me. If there's something you would like to ask for or need, please reach out, but otherwise, peace the fuck out.
It wasn't breadcrumb communication. He saw that this woman wasn't putting in the same amount of enthusiasm in texting, so he just turned around and figured that she wasn't interested in him. So he moved on to someone who actually might be interested. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.